as a pop-up, I made $10,000. That was a big number considering. Hi guys, my name is Coral. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm finally here. I finally made it, and that is what matters. I am 23 years old from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I currently own an online boutique, and I also currently have a pop-up shop in downtown Allentown. So about 2 years ago, let's get right into it. About 2 years ago, literally around this time, I began my journey of entrepreneurship, of building my business, of opening my store. So right when you and I were locked in our homes, I had a lot of time to think, and I started to think what I really wanted to do with my life, honestly. I had a good job back then. I was an insurance agent for quite a while back then, and I had tried to go to college. I literally dropped out of college 3 times. So college was not working out for me. I really tried. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to have a degree. And I was forcing myself to do something that I was really miserable doing. I was a bottle girl. I worked in clubs since I was 18 years old. I worked in a warehouse. I worked in an office. I was not happy in my previous jobs. I was really pretty miserable, but I was making money, so I was just doing what I had to do to pay my bills and keep moving on with life till I figure out where I wanted to end up. I was nervous. I was thinking, like, I've always liked clothing, but how can I make that possible? So I began literally just watching YouTube videos. That's all I did. Watch YouTube videos for weeks on how to start a business, how to build a website, where to find vendors, how to register my business, so on and so on. Absolutely everything. I looked it up on Google and on YouTube, and I just began giving slow steps. Came June 30th of 2020, that's when I actually registered for my EIN, my tax ID number, and I began my website. I kind of began narrowing down the names that I wanted for my store. I ended up naming my store Cataleya. That process of me registering my business, I opened my Shopify. That was my first platform where I began the store. From there on, I registered for the rest of my paperwork, my PA 100, which is my seller's permit, I believe, and any other paperwork like business registration that I needed in order to get approved for some wholesale companies that I was interested in buying. Started just ordering clothes, guys. If I told you I had a niche, if I knew what I was looking for, if I knew what I wanted, I am lying. I just was going with the flow, and whatever I thought was cute, that's what I was ordering. Huge mistake. Anyway, let's not go there yet. I began around March, and I actually launched my store October 24th, I believe, of 2020. So I had a good launch, nothing crazy, but I started to get the hang a little bit of things and what people wanted. I made a couple mistakes along that launch that helped me prepare for my next launch. So I could say my first month, I'm gonna say the number, and to maybe a lot of people it might not seem like nothing, but somebody like me that came from nothing, this was everything to me. I made $1,376 with 64 cents in 1 month by having my website open. Mind you, this is not counting like my little sales that I made on the side, not processing them through Shopify, like my cash transactions. So I know I made more than that in my first month. I remember I launched another collection, which actually gave a boom to my store. I think it was like the Thankful collection. It was like browns and neutral colors and jumpsuits, and that's where I actually got the hang of more or less what my customers wanted. So by the end of 2020, from October to December, my store made $3,342 with 12 cents. Again, maybe that's not much. But to me, I was pretty happy. But I didn't have purpose. I didn't know where I was going with the store. I had no vision. I did not absolutely see myself with a store like I have now. This did never even cross my mind. I didn't have goals of how much I wanted to make. I just bought clothes, sold it, and see what I can make from it. Basically, that's what I was doing. Researching lots and lots of vendors. I was always ordering from different vendors, ordering samples, ordering bulk orders without ordering samples, and having to throw it away. I went through all of that, trying to find good quality vendors at affordable price. I tell you now how I transitioned into the position of how did I come from not knowing basically what I was doing with my store, how my mindset transitioned, and then how I transitioned to the store. I started to hang out around people with a business positive mindset. I started getting into manifestation. I started, getting onto these Zoom calls with these powerful women that they just were sharing their stories and how they wanted to be independent and how they wanted financial freedom. And I actually learned from them and from being around them to set my goals. And that transition also, I discovered a book from Napoleon Hill. I'm gonna list it on the screen because I forgot the name right now. And I can't believe I forgot the name because I've literally listened to this book maybe 20 times. Whenever I feel like I'm off, I literally listen to this book. Basically, this book teaches you how to set a positive mindset to make money, how to organize yourself, to actually write down your goals, etc., etc. That book really changed my mindset, and being around these people really changed my mindset. I'm changing the way I'm thinking. I'm still not understanding where I'm gonna end up. So during the summer of 2021, my best friend wanted to go look at commercial locations. So basically, like out of nowhere, we just woke up and started looking on Google and just researching locations to set up a business. I got denied for like 2 locations. Then I ended up with City Center in Allentown, and they have a whole bunch of commercial locations. And they ended up actually offering me a pop-up lease. So I'm over here looking for a formal lease. Everybody telling me minimum 3 to 5 years. And that's a big compromise, especially for someone that does not know what the hell they're doing. Honestly, I just have an online store. I have clientele, but I don't know where I'm at yet. So they offered me a 3-month lease, and I was like, wait, what? And they were like, yeah, you want to try it out, see how it goes for you. You don't have to commit to a long-term lease. So to me, listening to that, it was like, oh my God, like this is an amazing opportunity. While all of this is happening, I'm also going through a very hard time in my life. I think I could say I was in one of the most darkest places I've ever been. I was in a very deep depression. Basically, almost everyone around me betrayed me in the worst way possible. And I was just all over the place. And at the same time, I'm over here trying to open a business. I had planned to keep working my insurance job because I was an insurance agent out of the office and, run my store. But during this transition, I was so depressed and lost that I literally just left my job. So when people ask me, how did you know you were ready to leave? I didn't know I was ready to leave. I just left my job. I could sell insurance on the side, still sell it, but I wasn't as committed. So I wasn't having a formal income. I'm basically living off of the savings that I have left. This was all happening in the month of August and September of 2021. I finally launched my grand opening of the pop-up October 1st. Everything went amazing. I literally did everything on a budget. I got my fixtures from IKEA. I'll give you guys a little slight tour when I finish talking. I had ordered inventory. I already had, a bit of an experience of where to order my inventory because I already had been selling clothes online. To my surprise, I had a very successful first month as a pop-up. And I'm going to list the number for motivational purposes only. I don't mean to brag or anything. I just want to let you guys know I didn't do anything formally, or I waited to make a certain amount and then I left my job. I really didn't do anything by the books, if that's how you guys want to see it. I literally just left my job. I had a lot of faith in myself. I wrote everything that I wanted. I literally wrote everything that I wanted for my store. I wrote it down, and everything that I wrote down came true and more. So my first month as a pop-up, I made $10,000. That was a big number considering all the losses I had taken, the situation that I was going, that I left my job. I continued on with my pop-up. I only had it for 3 months, remember. I wanted to renew my lease for 3 more months, which I am currently, as I'm recording this video, I'm coming to term to my 6 months. I will go from a pop-up to a formal brick and mortar store, which that is the goal. I will talk to you guys about that more in the long term. So basically, this has been my story of how I transitioned, guys. It has been a roller coaster of emotions, but what I can say is that my manifestation and changing my mindset and surrounding myself by positive people did help me a lot. I've been going to therapy for a while now. My therapist had recommended this journal to me, and I remember that I wrote everything that I wanted throughout the year. It went like by sections, and I remember I had said during the summer I want to make $5,000 a month. To me, I wanted to be comfortable. That was my goal to make, and I ended up multiplying that number by the end of the year. So I proved to myself that if you really believe and you really put in the work, great things are gonna happen. When I saw my journal at the end of the year and I saw that I had wrote all of that, I didn't remember that I wrote these things. And I saw them, it got me really emotional because I was in a very dark place, guys. And later on, I'll get more into that when I feel more comfortable, with my channel and everything on. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this video. Please help me out by liking and subscribing to liking this video and subscribing to my channel. And I'm gonna get up and show you guys a little bit of what my store is looking like right now. So this is my pop-up, guys. And I am going to go outside just to give you a feel of where I'm at location-wise. So I am in the downtown area, and this is my location. So currently I'm in a pop-up lease, like I had mentioned. It's called the Napoleon Pop-Up Shops. That's the name of the program that I joined to begin my business with. And now I'm transitioning to a commercial lease. So thank you guys for watching this video. I didn't mean to make it this long. I hope you guys were able to watch through the whole thing. I have a lot of amazing content in the works for you guys. So see you guys soon.